And good evening, everyone. Good evening. It is Wednesday. That was yesterday. It's Thursday, March 28, 2019. How are you? Good evening. Coming at you a little different tonight, but that's all right. That's just for tonight. And so it's Thursday, and you know what that means. That's right. We're talking about leadership. Last week, we talked about leadership, motivation in leadership, and what it takes to motivate, and what the cause is and the root is of motivation, and why motivation is important as a leader, as a follower, as a member of the team, as a member of the organization, as somebody who wants to stand out, as somebody who wants to move forward and bring the team with them. That is what we talked about last week. So this week we're going to kind of go a little bit further in about doing what you know you need to do. And in some cases, I'm going to refer back to my book, why I wrote my book, The Walking Leader, because, again, there was this MBWA, Managing by Walking Around, and that came out that was first mentioned in a book by Tom Peters and Bob Waterman, In Search of Excellence. And it talked about that IBM had this process, it was called MBWA, and getting out there and meeting people, interacting with people, getting to know the members of the organization, not just the team, not just the department, but the entire organization. So it's important to get out there because, again, whether you deal with them directly or not, you're still going to have to get to know them. You're still going to have to get to know them. And it's not about schmoozing. It's about networking, but it's not about schmoozing. It's not about working the room. It's about getting out there and seeing their job and seeing it from their perspective and having a little empathy on because of what they do and why they do it. And you as a leader, you need to look at all sides. You can't just have that tunnel vision of just being in your department and that's all you know. You can't have the tunnel vision of, well, this is how we do it here in the accounting, or that's how we do it here at the warehouse, or that's how we do it here at the front desk. No, it applies at all sectors. You need to know what everybody's doing. And then once you start seeing what everybody does, you start seeing the commonalities. You start seeing what's common among the organization. And then you also see what's not common, what's unique to each individual location. And you never know. What might be unique in one could also possibly work in another. And then again, what is unique to one part of the organization might be completely against the operational processes of another part of the organization. So it's by getting out, by walking around, getting out from behind your desk, walking out there, meeting the individuals of the organization, watching the organization and seeing how things move, flow, that you truly get a better sense of what's going on. You truly get a better sense of the big picture. You get a better sense of how others are leading others, how others are being led, how people are stepping up to the plate on a daily basis and filling in the gaps where managers, where individuals that just aren't too sure of themselves or what they need to do are doing. And that's called managing by walking around. I call it leading by walking around. Leading, leading by walking around. Meaning you get out there and you show them that, hey, you care, you're there. You also empathize, a little bit of sympathy sometimes, it just depends. But for the most part, you want to know what's going on in their part of the world because it's going to ultimately affect your part of the world, either before or after. But it's going to affect you somehow. And what they do now is definitely affecting the entire organization. It's making that big impact. So knowing that and knowing that fact, you're out there getting out from behind that desk and you're walking around. Obviously, you deal with your people, you lead your people, you manage your people, the people you're responsible for. Those you lead, those that you're tasked to manage, those you're tasked to take care of, you do that. But again, you also get out there and meet other people. They start seeing you, they start recognizing you, and they start wondering, well, hey, what's Dave up to? Why is he walking around so much? Why is he ensuring that he's getting out from behind his desk? Because 1, he cares. 2, he cares about the people. 3, he cares about the organization. 4, he cares about the mission. And 5, he cares about everything. Right? You with me? So that being said, what do? Well, you take that step. You take that step and you motivate yourself. You take the initiative. You step up and you say, you know what? I'll be right back. And you just do a quick jaunt around the organization. Nothing major, nothing fancy. But again, you're getting out there. You're saying hello to people. You're not just sitting there waiting for them to come to you with problems. No, and then again, you're not going out there looking for problems, but leading by walking around, managing by walking around. MBWA or LBWA means that you're visible. It means that you are being seen by everyone, that you are there for everyone, not just your staff, but for everyone. Because I guarantee you, you walk around, somebody from another department, another group, is going to ask you a question about your department, about your group, how the processes are done in your organization, your part of the organization. That being the case, you answer them, and you answer them right then and there. Don't pass the buck. You answer them. And that's how you start building a connection. That's how you generate, that's how you build bridges. That's how you generate a true connection. Because they know they can come to you while you're walking around. They're not going to go to your office. But while you're walking around, they know you'll be there, and then they'll know you're there to talk. And they know that you are there to answer the questions. That being said, so don't hesitate to get up. Don't hesitate to get out there. Don't hesitate. And you know what? Tomorrow's Friday. That's a great time to do it. Get up from your desk tomorrow. Take a little walk around the organization. Shake hands with everybody, or as many as you can. Depends on the size of your organization. But meet and greet and talk to as many people as you can tomorrow. Make it a Friday thing at first. Make it a Friday thing. Then as you get more and more into it, you'll start doing it on Thursdays. You'll start doing it on Wednesdays, and so on and so on. And next thing you know, you're doing it all the time. And it's just second nature, and it's expectation, and people are going to start joining you, not necessarily joining you, walking with you, but they're going to do their own walks. And that's how things get better. So folks, leadership today is today's topic. That's Thursday's topic. And we're talking about inspiring yourself to get up and manage and lead by walking around, and what leading and walking around by managing by walking around. There we go. Means to me, and why I wrote the book, and what the inspiration was, is because there were no rules out there. No one has sat down and said, this is what you need to do. So you know what? I took the initiative. I stepped up and I wrote the 20 rules. They're right here. Real simple. And again, I'm not promoting the book, but what I am promoting is that you get up from your desk and get to work. Because yeah, that is part of your work. All right, folks, listen. Have a great day. Have a great evening. I'll talk to you on Friday.